Hi, I'm Carolyn, and welcome to this week's Inner Freedom Practice. I'm so glad you're here. So, this week we're exploring something many of us experience, and that's the pressure to be okay. So, it's more than just the difficult emotions themselves, it's that voice that's so quick to tell us that we shouldn't be feeling them. So, today I'd like to invite you into a different experience. Not trying to make your feelings go away, not trying to think differently, simply noticing what's already there. So let's begin by really getting present in the here and now. So if it feels comfortable, you can gently close your eyes and just allowing yourself to settle into your chair. And let's take a nice, slow, comfortable breath, allowing the breath to wash into your heart and wash out of the heart. And taking another breath in, maybe allowing the breath to expand a little more into the heart, and allowing your exhale to wash out a little more slowly than the inhale, and allowing the breath to wash into the heart one more time. And washing out of the heart, sinking into your chair. And now that you're in this relaxed space, maybe setting the intention that there's nothing you need to change right now. Just notice that you're here. Notice your body, notice your breath, and notice whatever you're experiencing in this moment without trying to make it different. So now I invite you to bring to mind a recent situation that felt a little difficult. Nothing too overwhelming, just something from everyday life. Maybe you felt a little disappointed, overwhelmed, frustrated, anxious. Just allowing that moment to rise to the surface and noticing that moment. Then we'll simply set the intention to bring a little more awareness and space to that experience today. Or feel free to set whatever intention feels most true for you. And so, when you feel ready, gently opening your eyes and coming back to your physical space. And let's begin by tapping onto the side of the hand. And as you think of that experience, gently ask yourself, what emotion was I feeling? And just take a moment to notice and tune in. And it might be an emotion, it might be a sensation, or something else entirely different. And once you have that in mind, we're just going to rate the intensity of that on the 0 to 10 scale, with 0 being not at all intense and 10 being extremely intense, and just trusting the first number that comes to mind. Once you have that number, now asking yourself another question. So, tuning into what happened next? Was there another voice that appeared? Maybe it sounded something like, I should be okay. I shouldn't feel this way. Come on, get it together. Why am I reacting like this? Or it could be something entirely different. So just noticing whatever's coming up for you. And there's nothing you need to change. So now rating the intensity of that second voice on the 0 to 10 scale. And once again, trusting the first number that comes to mind. So now let's just do a round of tapping and see what we can explore together today. So, as always, take what resonates and feel free to leave the rest. And if there's any words that don't resonate, feel free to adjust so that they really fit your own experience. So, tapping on the side of the hand, even though part of me thinks I should be okay. And I can feel the pressure to feel something different. Given everything that's happened, maybe it makes sense I feel this way. And I'm open to meeting myself with a little more curiosity. And even though I feel, you can fill in the emotion you're feeling. When I think about this situation, and part of me thinks I should be over it. It might not make sense. And I'm open to meeting myself a little more gently. And even though this happened, and part of me does not want to fill in whatever your emotion is, it may or may not make sense. And I'm open to giving myself space to simply feel what I'm feeling. Good, top of the head. I really fill in the emotion that you're feeling. Good. Moving to the eyebrow point. When I think about this experience, side of the eye, and there's this pressure to feel different. Under the eye, maybe I can simply allow it to just be there without trying to fix it just yet. Good. Under the nose, maybe it's okay to feel what I'm feeling. Good. Under the mouth. And there's a part of me that wants to feel differently. Moving to the collarbone point. Maybe I don't have to fight this part. I can simply notice that it's there. Good. And moving to the under the arm. Whether or not it makes sense, maybe I can hold a little space for what I'm feeling right now without trying to feel differently. Good. And you can gently stop tapping, take a nice breath in, and just notice whatever you're noticing and tuning back into that emotion that you were feeling. And just noticing, has your number shifted at all? And now noticing that second voice and noticing if that number has shifted at all. And remembering whether the number went up or down or stayed the same, it's all okay. And of course, if your number is still high, you can feel free to replay the video and tap along again. So, we've just spent a few minutes together allowing space for this emotion and also acknowledging the pressure to make it go away. So, I'm curious how that felt for you. Maybe you feel a little lighter, maybe you feel more relaxed. Whatever you're feeling, maybe it's just a little more compassion for yourself. And whether it feels like your emotions make sense or not, it's all okay. And you don't have to understand every feeling before you can respond to yourself with a little kindness. Sometimes feelings make perfect sense, sometimes they arrive without explanation, but either way, they're here. So perhaps for this moment, that's enough. So before we ask ourselves to be okay, what if we first allowed ourselves to not be? Before we ask ourselves to feel differently, what if we first made a little space for what we're feeling? You don't have to stay there forever. You don't have to like what you're feeling. And you don't have to figure it all out today. It might just be a simple invitation to stay with yourself a little longer. So, thank you for sharing this time with me, and I'm wishing you a little more inner freedom this week.